The chief complaint people seem to have about smart home speakers that are also personal digital assistants is that up until now the speaker quality hasn't been as good as, say, something like a Sonos or a Bose. But now Google is hoping to turn that idea on its head with the introduction of the Google Home Max. I'm Erin from TechGadgetsCanada.com, and I recently received the Google Home Max to test out and review in my home just ahead of its Canadian launch. The Google Home Max is a large and heavyweight home speaker and smart digital assistant.
Welcome to Google Home. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet. By the way,
the Home Max appears to be designed to compete against something like a Sonos Play 5, and it's got some similar characteristics. The Home Max has touch controls, and I've left the sticker on it here just so you can see where they are. You would remove this when you get it home. It's got a dual orientation base, and that means you can set it flat or on its end. And of course, it's got the power of Google Assistant built right in.
Okay, Google, give me the news.
Here's the latest news.
I think the speaker is really nice looking. With its plastic case and soft fabric wrap on the front, it also hides a simple light-up display so you know when it's listening. Also included in the package is a small silicone mat that's magnetic, which is a nice touch. That makes it skid-free. Plus, that mat's going to help reduce reverberations and sound bleed. The speaker is definitely big. It measures about 7.5 inches by about 13 inches by about 6 inches deep. And it is heavy. It's definitely weighty. It weighs in at about 12 pounds. Now, with that said, that is heavy, yes, but it does feel substantial and really well made. Now, packed inside here, you've got 4 speakers. There's also 2 4.5-inch woofers and 2 0.7-inch tweeters. So you're going to get a lot of audio power from this speaker. Google Home Max has 2 key purposes. One is to play high-quality music, and the other is to act as a smart home hub and digital assistant, allowing you to control home gadgets or ask for help using just your voice.
Okay, Google, turn the office lights on.
Ideally, you should use the Google Home Max horizontally, since this orientation will deliver stereo sound. You can sit it on its end if you need it to take up less space, but it'll automatically switch to mono sound when placed this way. I wanted to know if you could use 2 of the Google Home Max speakers to create a stereo pair, so I reached out to Google's online support team, and they told me the answer is yes. If you have 2 of the Home Max speakers and you sit them vertically on their ends, you can connect them as a stereo pair. Now, because I only had the one speaker to test out here, I wasn't able to verify how well that worked for myself, but in theory, yay. Getting things set up is pretty straightforward. You'll unbox the device and plug it in. You'll get a little audio welcome message which will prompt you to download the Google Home app. From there, you'll use the app to continue by connecting to your home's Wi-Fi, selecting your location, and getting voice recognition set up. You can teach the assistant to recognize different family members' voices, which is kind of neat. In less than 5 minutes, you should be ready to go. By now, you probably already have an idea of what a smart home digital assistant can help you do. But if you want a primer, there's a full list of what all the Google Home devices can do at TechGadgetsCanada.com. If you want the short answer, they can control everything from your smart lights or your smart thermostat just by asking them to. You can also get updates from your compatible calendar. You can set reminders and alarms. You can also get news, weather, and traffic information just by asking. Google Home Max is, in my opinion, made for folks who are looking for a high-quality home speaker who also want voice control. Those who aren't so concerned with sound or music quality would do well to pick up the regular Google Home, since it has the same functions, but it costs a whole lot less. I was blown away by the high-quality sound from Google Home Max. The bass thrums beautifully and sounds true with no distortion. The high end is clear with no hiss, distortion, or tinniness. I listened to everything from ska to symphony to rock, and it all sounded really great. The sound power of this speaker is similarly impressive. Even at very low volume, it's powerful, and as I gradually took the volume levels up, the sound stayed true. At about 75% volume, it was unbearably loud and I couldn't stand it any longer, but it still sounded excellent with no distortion. You can use streaming services for music, or you can cast from your smartphone or device. I've had some folks ask whether or not you could use the Google Home Max as a soundbar for your TV if you wanted to, and the short answer is yes. If your TV has an auxiliary output, you can connect the Google Home Max to it using that cable. Now, I was also able to connect it to a Roku Ultra device by connecting that aux cable to the remote, the headphone out jack basically, and then connecting it to the Google Home Max speaker. Now, it's worth pointing out you're not going to be able to get that ultra high quality audio that some home theater systems will allow you to have. I'm thinking of things like Dolby Atmos. But if you just want a speaker that's better than the built-in speakers that most TVs have today, the Google Home Max can also double as a soundbar. Overall, I was really happy with the Google Home Max. I think the audio quality for starters is outstanding, and it definitely stacks up for me against something like a Bose or a Sonos device. I like the design of it. I love how it looks. It's simple, minimalist, modernist. I really enjoyed that as well. I also appreciated the fact that I can connect this to my TV if I did want to use it as sort of a soundbar as well. Now, the Google Home Max sells for about $499 Canadian. It's available, of course, from Google's website or from places like Best Buy. If you want to read more about the Google Home Max, there's a full blog online at techgadgetscanada.com. You can head over there and check it out. Ask us any questions you have either there or, of course, here on the YouTube channel. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, since it helps me keep making more videos that I hope you all can watch and enjoy. I'm Erin. Find me on Twitter or Instagram until the next time. I'm at ErinLYYC.